Toastmaster, and good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. It is my pleasure today to evaluate Maria's speech. I'm going to break it down into two, her presentation and then her delivery. So let me talk first of all about her presentation. I loved her opening, putting the graphic up there with the 9 dots. And during those few seconds that it was posted up there, I couldn't solve it in my head. And when she explained it, I loved the way that her little graphic, it just sort of played into her speech and a theme for today's meeting. Thinking outside of the box to solve a puzzle. Today's theme is thinking outside of your comfort zone or stepping outside of your comfort zone. So I love it when a speech and a theme actually align with one another. Maria had a great use of slides throughout her presentation as well. Did you know they weren't really text heavy? There was just enough there to help set up what she was going to talk about. And that's a really critical piece. And I think it's a piece that a lot of people make mistakes on. It's too much reading. Let her do the speaking, and those words were just to help guide us along with her. I did find the first time that she put the slide up and she talked about how mentors are into 3 groups, default, chance, and choice. I did find that they were up a little too quickly, and I actually didn't see all 3 of them before she moved on to the next one. But she did follow up by creating those 3 follow-up slides. And in each one of those 3 mentor sections, default, chance, and choice, she gave great examples and then a nice story to actually give us some context. Super important. You can share lots of information, but I'm a visual person. I like having a story to relate to it. And when you can do that, it just makes those points that much stronger. She also left us with a great quote at the end. I like to take a piece of each of you so I can be a better me. What a fantastic quote. Really resonated, especially in a group like Toastmasters, where we're all here to support one another. Now, when it comes to Maria's delivery, she did share with me that she wanted to sort of make sure that her tone doesn't drop off. She had been given some feedback in the past about her tone. So I'll get back to that in a little bit. I did feel that I didn't get the sense that Maria was actually reading her speech today. She might have had some notes there. There were some times when I saw her look off to the side to read a few stories, but for the most part, I felt that it felt very genuinely delivered to everybody. Maria always brings great energy to her speeches. She's very relatable, and I really want to listen to her. And I think it's because she does use a great sense of tone. I did find her smiling throughout her speech today, and that's who Maria is. She smiles. I wouldn't want her to stop. But smiles don't always match with the content of the speech. So there are times when I felt during the speech when she was talking about a few more serious things, she could have taken a smile off, would have helped perhaps relate us to the story a little bit better. I did find there were some hands that were in front of her. There was a lot of movement. Because they were directly in front of her, I found that they were a distraction because they looked really big. But overall, I thought she did a great job with her tone. I did feel at the very end of her speech, her tone did drop off a little bit. I think it caused some of us to miss her last point. And I noticed there wasn't a whole lot of clapping immediately because I think some of us might have just missed that takeaway that she was trying to leave with us because her tone did drop at the very end. But that was the only place where I really felt it. Maria, thank you for sharing that great speech with us. I always enjoy listening to you. I always learn something from your speeches as well. And thank you. Appreciate it. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.